What up, guys, and welcome back. We're on to part 14 now of our Thorgrim Grudgebearer Karazakarak Let's Play campaign. We're putting the squeeze on Imric and the Knights of Caledor. They only have about 4 settlements now. We're going to squeeze out some of these camps, just obliterate them, get the ogres out of our area. Going to continue to search for Grungni heroes. We have Grothhogmog ready to fight some vampires. We have Yanni also going to fight vampires and greenskins. We're going to have to take out the Bone Rattlers and Azag and continue to establish both Call Friends and Balthazar Guild. They're both going to have their glory days coming soon. Plus, I want to take Blackwater, so we will be doing that. The rest of our provinces are relatively safe, feeling pretty good. 3 armies here, 2 armies over here. Yeah, also all my save files are good to go. 2.2, this is my first time playing with the new patch, so we'll see how it affects the gameplay. I know that they minimized the amount of siege battles, so Darkhold and Mount Greyhag may actually be just land battles, which could benefit us greatly. Darkhold obviously is a pretty good garrison there. That's going to be interesting. So, yeah, we're going to have to just play it and see what happens, so... With that said, not much we can do here for now, so we're just going to go ahead and enter. Oh, I wonder what he wants. Yeah, so war is going to be declared by Kugath. A big part of the patch, actually, I believe, is going to make the AI a bit more aggressive, even though obviously they are vastly overpowered. That's fine. We have multiple armies here to fight him, so, and it was inevitable that he'll declare war, so here we go. Alright guys, so as expected, Vidamar Hornborg is attacking the Valley of Horns. I could potentially fight this and be successful, though is this, No, probably not actually, it's a land battle. If it was like an actual settlement battle, it would be a lot closer, but I will accept this defeat, see what happens with their numbers. Still pretty impressive, considering I only have 2 units that can really do a lot of damage, so I'm happy with that. Alright, so something happened over here that's a little bit worrisome, and it's this guy, Kolek Sun Eater. He's returned. About to press the Tower of Gorgoth, which is already a bit weakened. So our armies need to sort of get themselves going here. Right off rip, we are going to come in here and take out this camp. Should be an auto-resolvable battle, I believe. We'll see. Yep, we're gonna auto. Okay, somewhat decent casualties unfortunately taken, but we'll get the money and oath gold. Cazador's gonna have to push towards the sentinels, I believe. As why not? Get ourselves situated in there for the max replenishment.
Summon me if you dare.
Inspirational leader is good. Hit a little harder. My good sir.
For the wisdom
the Lord Cazador. So Tecton's also going to take out this camp here. An even easier fight. And then I believe he's going to have to make a move to assist in the defense of the Tower of Gorgoth here.
Onward.
Do I have anything to give him that would be nice?
By the grudge
I kind of want to be a bit sneaky.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
That camp's still there. That's not a big concern, though. Right now, Kolek's their big concern. That balance of power is not very good. And they have Bylus Thunderguff. And Giant's got a fairly substantial buff, but Focus Fire will still kill them. Especially as me, as the the player shooting at an AI Giant that's just gonna walk right at us. In mindless fashion. Check some of our buildings, see what we gotta do here. Yeah, I'll take that. I could go for Bitter Bay right this moment. Might not be a bad idea. Kugath is a bit of a problem. I don't even know if I want to keep Bitter Bay. I might even just raise it. But nobody's there. Their military presence is still pretty substantial. We could try and lure Kugath into a trap. 65%, well, 75% success chance isn't too bad. I think it's worth a shot. Our replenishment's still pretty good. And who knows, he may just come down towards us. Because the Fortress of Vorag, as you can see, is by no means well established at the moment. That entire province needs to be defended for a few turns, I would imagine. Let's move over to assist Gelt. Gelt has been besieged by Vlad. So Groff is obviously going to come over here and assist. If Vlad had any sense, he'd run. Yeah. And he does indeed run. Runs very far, actually. So I think what I'm going to do here... I can't ambush right where I'm at. Taking attrition.
By the grudge bearer's will.
Could sit in here. Might get ourselves a very large battle. Some assistance from an ally. Could prove fun. I think I'm going to try. I'll see what happens here. Vlad himself is obviously very difficult to kill. I mean... Yeah, 50% missile resist. It's not as high as it could be. I've seen it higher for him, so... Not too bad. A good little sack there at Vert Bad. I just don't want to lose a unit, you know? Pyrrhic victory, we don't lose any troops. Debating fighting. I don't necessarily need to. But I don't want to take casualties. I'm not sure how many casualties I could really prevent. Without super duper cheese. Which cheesing is very possible here. I think we'll go with it. We'll go with a little cheese, I think. I don't want to lose any Slayer units. Or be too weak, because I'm sure there's gotta be some military presence somewhere. He might be very weak, though. Yeah, he is pretty weak. But he's got some force. Look at that. 500. He's got some forces somewhere. But clearly nowhere near me, really. There's Garsnag over there. Yeah, not much. Not much of anything going for him there. Perhaps Bitterstone Mine. It's not very critical at the moment. How's our trade for Dwarf Beer? Quick look. Yeah, we're exporting 100%, so... exporting a bit more wouldn't hurt. Not here just yet, because he may attack it next turn. And I'm not sure if I could defend that, in all honesty. Genuinely unsure of that, but Dwarf Beer is going to get produced all over the place. Everywhere we can. Northern Raiders, Warriors of Chaos need to be raided. We gotta capture and occupy those bastards again. Lots of enemies around. I'm sure some stuff will happen, but for now, let's get into the first battle of this episode. Yanni's about to capture Vert Bad. Lord Yanni is moving in on the city of Vert Bad. These orcs have no right to claim it as their own. We will retake the city for the Empire so that we can build our allies' strength, further strengthening our own realms in the process. We're going to move in our Reichsguard, who we had on the flank. Gonna send them right on in, breaking down one of these walls, getting into the flank. Strange unit to have in a Dwarven army, but I love it. I love it. We got some mobility now, boys. Yanni's gonna move up with the Quarrelers. They're gonna pepper the enemy line. This fort wall's about to take a nice fat hit. Here it comes. Down go some orcs! Decent little chunk of damage there. 14 of them done. And even got 4 of these orc boys, so... We're going to start loading into another wall here as our boys push up. You can see their Night Goblin archers are going to get ready to open fire. At the moment they are hidden. But as soon as they start firing, I'm made aware of their presence. As our first volley is going to light this orc boy unit up, you'll see the damage done. Yeah. Shredded. And then we correct ourselves and let these Night Goblin archers have it. Look at that health bar. Goblin guts everywhere. Pin cushions. And they're off. We're about to break that wall down. They sent a unit of biggins over. They're not going to do too much. Our boys are still sending some shots over. We're trying to pick our targets properly. We just broke this wall down again. Did more damage to this orc boy unit, as you could see. A couple dead orcs. The cannons are not really going to play much more of a role than that. I forgot to put them on fire at will. They could have been laying into this unit right here. Instead, we're just going to use our archers. They're going to put some shots over the top. We're going to get our rune smiths and our rune lord up over. Our Reichsguard have just made it through. You can see on the top right corner on the map. They're going to look to press past the enemy. Going to pick a good target for our unit to shoot at and let them have it. Everybody's under fire right now. The Black Orcs looking badass. They won't last. We made it up the ladder. We're ready to fight some orc boys. Dramar Grimtidson made a bit of a mistake here, though, and got himself pinned up against this wall. But he'll take some heads. Yanni's up top dealing with orc boys. Some of our archers are getting some good shots in, hitting these black orcs. Decent amount of damage done. Our Reichsguard are going to move in and take on this orc Arab boy. They will be making their charge. You could see orcs falling off of the rafters, sending orcs flying down to their death. Nice. Not the best explosion there, actually. You didn't miss much, trust me. Lord Grimtideson's starting to take some hits. You can still see orcs falling from the rafters. It's insane. I love it. He's holding on. Throwing drop kicks. Yanni's up top. Causing lots of harm. Everybody's putting in a good amount of work. You can see they're getting injured now. That charge is coming in. Every stinking goblin and orc, I'll add it for them. As our Reichsguard are just executing these guys on the charge, just barreling over them. They don't stand much of a chance in this prolonged combat. You can see their health is getting chunked. They are getting pieced up in a nice big blob. They are all surrounded. They won't last very long in a big blob like this. Yanni doing his best to cast a spell, do some damage to the enemy, but he does. Wrath and ruin are felt by them. It's going to affect the leadership of this orc unit here. I brought in some correlers as we needed to get some shots on the trolls. They were really doing a lot of harm. Can Doom, he's going to do what he can here. Hold back these orcs to protect our archers. As you can see, we're putting shots in on them while he swings his glorious hammer. And we're holding on against those trolls. We'll eventually adjust our fire. Here it comes. Realizing that the trolls need to be taken down. You'll see their health begin to drop substantially. And that's going to crush their leadership as they're just a bunch of cowards. A couple shots rain in. Some trolls start to fall. And that's all she wrote. They're going to run. They may come back. Not for long. Another decent little explosion here. Causing some damage all around. Bringing the Reichsguard in and down to deal with these ranged units here on this point. First, we might capture this point. We'll see what they want to do. The charge may continue. Yanni. Can do. Everyone's just putting shots in. Raining death on the orcs. Armor, no armor, doesn't matter. The rest of our quarrelers are gonna make their move in soon. Just a can doom. Yeah, you're not getting away. Yeah, look at this. Pieces of orcs. Looks like a slice of ham. Just bodies on bodies. Yeah, we're gonna slow these trolls down so that we can absolutely turn them into pincushions. Next volley is gonna end a lot of their lives here. They're already turning away. They can't take the sauce. More and more shots raining in. We're gonna shatter this unit. We'll shatter most of these units as our Reichsguard are continuing to put in work on the enemy archers. Proving to be very valuable in this assault. Courtesy of the trees. If they were unable to hide upon the beginning of the battle, it would be very, very rough for us to get them marching around the flank. Gonna get a little rear charge in here on these routing units, finish them off. Sending a few orcs flying. The battle is nearly ours. Finishing off that unit there. Everybody's moving in. We're gonna get ready to open fire. Near Kandoom's rifle. Letting loose. The orcs have formed a defensive line. How cute. Somehow they're stopping us from pushing through. For the time being. As a little nice Reichsguard orc sandwich is going to form here. He's gonna see orcs drop. Popping tops.
Goblins, orcs, they must all die.
Very few units are left. Orc boys, Rotgut, and some biggins, but very few units are left. Night Goblin archers are running for the hills. Finishing off some routing units. Yanni's pushing forward, determined to capture the city and reclaim it for the Golden Order and all of mankind. Sending in the biggins. They were interested. They wanted to fight. Let's watch them teleport through this wall to their doom. As we begin to get our quarrelers set up nice and easy. Sending the Reichsguard up, out, and after the shaman. We're going to begin opening fire on their biggins very soon. Nice little explosion for good measure. Plenty of damage. Captured their point. And you can see some shots are raining in. Archer fire will come in too. Very soon. They'll reach our heroes. Only for a second. As you can see, the army losses just kicks in. And that's all she wrote. Vert Bad is ours. We've successfully claimed the city while limiting casualties greatly. Yanni is beginning to prove himself on this new frontier. Very successful battle. The Reichsguard played a bigger part than I thought they would, and I'm very pleased with that. Having that mobility just makes the dwarves a bit more fun to use. Getting some cavalry mixed in. Heroes took a big brunt, but it's just going to give us an opportunity to heal up with our slayers. I kind of want to sack and occupy, so I'm going... I mean, I am going to gift it to my ally. But that's quite a bit of money, so I'm going to sack and occupy.
Grimnir is with us. I suppose
Decent. Nothing crazy in terms of replenishment. Oh, wow, -8. Yeah, that doesn't do us any good.
My anger burns bright.
I'll use some of the money to fix this. And I'll leave the building,
Rune Lord.
as I believe it'll make it a bit more appealing to our allies in the area. Get the forge fires going.
Master of runecraft.
Continue to provide us with more ammunition. Flash bomb's not a bad one, but for the time being, more ammo is good.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
Yep, the River Stir. Very important point. They must have added quite a few of these. Lightseeker Fort was always there, but this seems that was also always there. The Empire just gets a lot of these nice little little notoriety points, right? Little lore points. Okay, so we're gonna sit here with Groth. That basically sets up the end of the turn here. Just want to make sure there's not much more I can do. I will actually do that though, as I do still want more beer. Don't need to upgrade that. I'll upgrade that though. And I suppose get better walls at this point. Like, I have a lot of money. Walls will be good everywhere. For now, we'll hold. We'll hold. Let's see what happens at the end of this turn. We do have some grudges we need to get done, but they will get done in time. We're on to the next turn. High Queen Khalida would like military access with us. I don't see that being too much of a problem. I really don't. I mean, would they give me some more money even? They want to. They would do a trade agreement as well, which would be nice. Make some extra cash there. Take all their money. I don't really care if they falter a wee bit. It's not a problem. Alright, so no direct attacks after the end turn here. We have Kugath coming into raid. We still have Kolek, who did indeed come to besiege the settlements, which is going to allow us to get into reinforcement range for the sally out, which I think is going to be necessary. He's got quite an army. I can get a Giant Slayer. That's going to get added. Just without a question, it's going to get added. These Rangers, a good missile strength on them. Could be useful in bringing down some of these large targets. Being Summoners of Rage, Dragon Ogres, Kolek himself. Seen a War Shrine? No. It's not a Manticore, I think. Yeah. Well, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, Valiant defeat, huh? Minute and 44. Obviously want to control large army. He's going to have some summons. Yeah, this ain't going to be easy. A lot of good units in here. But, you know, we got to do what we have to do. So hopefully this garrison can do what it can for a limited amount of time. Where are we coming in? Doesn't want to show me. Alright, well, we have to attack. So here we go. Let me just quickly take a look at Kolek's resistances. Nothing too crazy, actually. Potion of Healing is going to be a bitch, but let's fight him. Our garrison has decided to sally out with the help of the reinforcing army of Tecton Firehand. We're going to do everything we can to try and stop Kolek from taking the Tower of Gorgoth. We're going to form a similar defensive line to our previous defense against him. And hopefully we can pull it out. It's not going to be easy. He has a lot of mass, a lot of firepower, a lot of splash damage, a lot of armor-piercing splash damage in the way of these Dragon Ogres. Very dangerous. I think these are the special Dragon Ogres. No, they're just hooked up with the power of the Tempest. Run down the line, you see Kolek here ready to go. The Hell Cannon's gonna prove difficult. Little Chaos Dwarves. We'll see more of them soon, I'm sure of that. You can just see this army is full of dangerous units. They did spawn a unit of Stinky Boys over here. But we'll cut them down. They're not going to last long. I mean, they'll last, right, because they're Plague Bearers of Nurgle, but it's not a problem. Our reinforcements will be here soon. We can accelerate this portion of the battle. The reinforcements come on in. Send in the Slayers to finish off these guys here. Because they are very good at killing Plague Bearers of Nurgle. High DPS, high melee attack. There you go. And they disappear in a cloud of farts. Goodbye. And right now we're just a big bundled mess. Luckily they don't have any magic to cast at the moment. They are indeed going to send, I believe, their mage up soon. Turned out to be a mistake for Karen. We're gonna get our boys set up here. Got our longbeards. Great weapon longbeards. Heading to the left. Got some right here as well. Just trying to get ourselves organized. Lots of beards. Got the cannons getting ready. We got those beautiful mohawks ready to swing. Here comes another portal. We're gonna run the quarrelers away and try and get our boys in there. Our ranged units are the most important units that we have. I didn't want to totally expose our flank, though, as they begin to move soon. We're going to turn these quarrelers around and start firing into the back of this Plague Bearer unit. And this is the last summon they have available as well, so... We're just going to see a nice line of fire here. Come raining in. Point blank range. And they're going to eat it. They can definitely take a hit. I'll give them that. But as the morale continues to take hits, you can see they start to falter. The farts begin to come. Soft sharts. Nurglings pouring out of the bellies. Iron Drake flames to finish the job. And here comes Karen. Very angry about having to deal with the enemy here, sallying out. Decent little hit there. Unintentional shot. Thinking they're all badass on their flying, funny little disc of Sincha. We'll show them. Another nice hit there. You could see that barrier went down pretty substantially. I mean, I'm surprised that did that much damage against it, and, you know, we have 35 spell resistance and... I don't know. Anyway, but you're going to see this health deplete. Even when he lands, he's so tall. His health bar is just gone. Bullets. Bolts, it doesn't matter. The bullets primarily, though, are going to do some damage to him, you'll see. Just leaking blood on everybody. And there he goes. Very, very positive start to the battle. I felt very good about that. And I was feeling very good about the outcome of the battle at that point with all of that, happening. Got these Chaos Knights looking badass with their glowing feet. More shots raining in. Probably should have been focused firing Kolek. I mean, the guy's insane. An insane amount of health. He hits so hard. He drops the melee defense of any unit he hits by 10 for how many seconds? I don't even know. I'll have to check that. The Dragon Ogres are going to actually overwhelm this side. I didn't see that they stacked them up. I could have adjusted. We have way too many melee troops on this side and not enough over here, where we were going to experience the brunt of their attack, so definitely could have adjusted that. But we'll see. We'll see. We may pull through. Luckily, they're flying in some of their units. Nice shot's going to rain in here on these Chaos Knights. Taking out 5 of them. Nice, clean shot there from a cannon. There will be more cannon fire raining in. Over and over. Pretty good lightning bolt cast there. You can see, I was hoping they'd hit that tree more. The Manticore's coming in, taking hits. But it's gonna land. It'll disrupt our line a fair bit for these poison warhounds to come flying in. They'll take some shots, though. So they got a lot of debuffs going on here. You got the poison. And here comes Kolek with a big old swing of his hammer. He's just a massive problem. Yeah. A massive problem. I'm trying to figure out which one of these, how long does this last? Dazed. This Longbeard unit. Yeah, they're just getting cracked up. Trying to get the Iron Drakes into fire at these Knights of the Brazen Throne. We're actually doing a pretty good job of beating them up. Their health is depleted. Gonna fire over the top on the Summoners of Rage. Trying to do some damage. It's not working that well, though. The line's holding low on this side. We're doing a good job. Weakened units. They have their giant coming in to help them. But this flank is faltering big time. They cannot stop Kolek. I've been shooting at him for a while, and we are just missing shots. Not doing anywhere near enough damage because he's so heavily armored. Our Quarrelers just simply can't do it. The miss of strength here, you'll see very little armor-piercing damage. Kolek is just going to eat that up. We should be focusing fire on our Dragon Ogres here. As he just pushes through the line. It's falling over. Tekton's still sitting in there. You can see just overwhelming amount of Dragon Ogres on this side. The sheer mass alone pushed right through our line. This is going a bit better for us. The Manticore's rampaging again. Yeah, I mean, the Summoners of Rage, I mean, they just have a lot of health per entity. And they are doing a good job. Trying to focus fire the giant. Mr. Byla's Thunderguff, you can see we've almost got him killed. I figured that would be a good hit to their balance of power. And he's just an easy target. Looking back, I probably should have had my Thunderous focus fire in Kolek the entire time. You live and you learn. Down goes Thunderguff. Does he fart at the end? Oh, no. So you can see the battle here not going that good. Our lines are disrupted incredibly because, well, they have giant Dragon Ogres all over the battlefield. Yeah. Still trying to shoot as much as we can. It isn't going to be enough, though, as you can see. Unfortunately, dwarf blood is being spilt everywhere. Our cannon units are being beat down. We're trying to hit them with some nice rank and file fire. We're going to bring his health down quite a bit. The Soul of Damnation, their Hell Cannon, begins to find its mark as well, not helping the fact that we have still been just holding on over here. We can't just abandon our flank because these units refuse to rout. Kolek is just gonna rip into these units. He is a savage. A one-man army for sure. Doesn't matter how much the Iron Drakes hit him. I mean, they're trying. Their backs are to... They're death at their backs, and they're just still shooting into Kolek. So are these Thunderers just pouring into them, trying their best. Cannot kill these dragon ogres quick enough. They are mauling our boys. Not good. Not good, boys. At this point, it's really just a mad scramble. I'm just trying to kill Kolek. He still has over almost 4,000 health. So even though his bar is low, it's deceiving. He's incredibly sturdy still. 251 kills. 22,000 damage. Unbelievable. Now remember, we sallied out, so we will be able to retreat if we do end up losing. Right now, Hassel Frisian, he's holding on. We got shots raining in from the Hell Cannon still. Throwing dwarves everywhere. Here comes a big charge. It's just an unfortunate time to be a dwarf here. Probably should have pressed Kolek. That was a great shot. Probably should have pressed Kolek a little sooner when we had the chance. Because now we are paying the price. And this battle is all essentially over. We're going to continue to put shots in on Kolek, but we cannot kill all of these dragon ogres. You'll see this unit here. Gets itself organized eventually and puts a nice charge in on this Thunderer unit. While the Hell Cannon rounds pour in. And they got a nice Storm Rage buff there, just coming in for blood. The army losses just kicked in, pretty much. And we unfortunately have to hold the cell. Just for today. The war rages on. Yeah, so we suffered a pretty rough defeat there. However, we still have a lot of our ranged units. Our heroes, our lord is still alive. They lost some serious high-value targets. The Manticore, the Giant, their hero. Kolek's almost dead. This is a problem. Can't really get to it. I wish I had some mobility. A flyer, even. But that's a loss. It's alright. Us having to run away, though, that's definitely not good. That's definitely not good at all. He's getting regeneration. Not great. I need to recruit them now, just for the sake of having more men.
Summon me if you dare.
It's not been the best of times there for Tecton.
For the wisdom of the layer.
I don't even know. Just, I guess, hit a little harder there. Don't even have magic. I suppose slow them down. Could be useful, actually. What are we doing tech-wise? We got some gem cutters. Could be time to get the reload reduction time down, though. Guess that's not a bad option, actually. I'm going to do it. We need our artillery firing as fast as possible. So we got a lot of problems.
If you dare. Send me to vengeance.
Thorgrim can't reach much of anything now. Darkhold Imric is back. Suppose we should push towards Black Fortress with him. Can't reinforce Cazador, and Cazador is going to need to fight Kugath here. It's just gonna be that. I don't even know. I'm not sure if I can. I think we can win. He has Bylus Thunderguff as well.
Experimentation is my only master.
Okay, so we got an intense battle coming there. Groth. Okay, everybody ran away. Everybody ran away. The von Karstein said, "I'm out." Okay, no problems there. Wish I could reach Kemperbad this turn. Can't reach Krugenheim, so they're going to recruit a Needling. Now that's a problem.
Heading out.
Definitely don't want that. So we're going to push towards Needling. I'm likely going to attack that settlement. I really can't get any replenishment for my troops right now. Ugh. Okay. Perhaps... Does it matter if it's friendly territory or not? Yeah, let's talk to Gelt.
Friendship is more valuable.
Let's trade
than
Vert
gold,
Bad to him.
or
I don't
so they tell
want
me.
all your money. Just give me 1,500.
Sigmar's will.
Don't need coordination. Strengthening Gelt is a top priority, and we do get some replenishment with that. So there's a positive, I guess. Tough times over here. Grothhogmog.
Wisdom of Valea.
Sharpen those weapons even more. We could take Shortschaffen, thus beginning to press towards Karag Jomar. Maybe they finally added a building for the dwarves. I'm gonna press over here. Force their hand. Decisive blow. I believe it's a field battle. I'm gonna have to auto-resolve. Yeah, easy money. This army is definitely quite good in auto-resolve. That's good armor. That is very good armor. 10% ward save for the wear of that. This is no longer useful, actually, now I think about it. So, yeah, he can have that. That's not a problem at all. Yeah, a lot of the old guard armor. Snorri Morgrimmel, is that you? None of you have it. When it comes to this, likely going to go with Keeper of the Gate. We do have some Iron Drakes. Ammunition plus 50%. And we have Iron Breakers and Iron Drakes, so I'll do that. I'll do that. Won't be more. He won't be a Guardian. We'll give him that. Make him an Iron Beard. They get an extra throw, and they have a ton of ammo now.
Summon me if you dare.
I'm not going to do much here, because we will be selling it. Maybe possibly even just trading it. Administratively, draws is fine. Karazakrak is fine. This, however, could use... Do I even want to put walls? Does this even add walls anymore? No. Yeah, that's definitely part of the update. Definitely improves the garrison, right? But it's just a field battle garrison now. And the walls are really what strengthened your own position, so... Interesting. It's almost like they're not even... Well, they're worth it, I guess. They're definitely not as worth it as it was, though. Stone Mine Tower. Or Barkvar needs to be like an absolute fortress, though. Sort of already is. Let's make, yeah, let's put the sparring chamber there. I think that's fair for now. Touching up some stuff. Yeah, we can't attack him this turn. This whole area is screwed. They have another army coming down. They definitely still have troops here. We're being pressed in a bit. We definitely need to finish Imric as soon as possible. Thus, that would require me to take out Kugath here. Close, medium. Could I outdo that? Is the question I have. It would be quite an epic fight. But him being a ranged unit like that is so frustrating. And so much health, so much heals. We have a lot of battles to fight though, so I do need good results. It's a very mishmash of an army. Nothing too special about it. Okay. They got this. They don't have any summons, that's good. They're also going to be winded, so sure. Alright. I'm going to dive in. Hopefully my artillery can deal a ton of damage. Cazador, Dragon Slayer. He's an Ogre Slayer. Will he be a Demon Slayer as well? We're just going to have to find out. Gonna move our army back, get into a nice defensive position, force the slow-moving Nurgle boys to come and take as much artillery fire as possible, and allow our quarrelers to deal as much damage as they possibly can. These drone flies, I'm sorry, plague drones, rot flies, whatever you want to call them, these stinky, stinky buzz boys. Ugh, pretty gross. Nasty-looking stingers on them. They're going to fly right over, hopefully soon. The earlier they come, the quicker they can get shot down. I was concerned about his artillery capabilities. And I was definitely right to be concerned, however. The rest of their slow-moving Nurgle force, I think, is going to feel some... get some grudges settled. Via our rock lobbers. The fantastic grudge throwers. They're all firing. Bit of a misfire, though. They started to fire at these Chaos Soarhounds poison. They're not going to do too much there. A little hard to hit. We actually struck one of these Rotflies, but... we will adjust targets. They run fire at will, so as soon as they finish moving, they just started throwing. Here comes some rocks. Yeah. Nice. Nurgle is tough, though. No actual kills there, which is surprising. But we're going to keep it coming. Plenty of damage there. Yeah, we're just keeping them moving around. So they're charging their knights right on in. Slow-moving knights. We have slayers and halberdiers, so this is not the flank for them to be charging into. Yeah, you can see it's the right way for Nurgle boys to die in a pile of pus and decay. Slayers, giant slayers, if that as well, with their armor-piercing damage, reducing these guys to just mush. The Rotflies are getting shot down. There they go. Some of them did decide to land, but I turned some slayers around, and they're going to have a good time finishing them off. There they go. They're also marching in their exalted hero of Nurgle, Mr. Fregnus, but again, you shouldn't march a mounted hero into a large group of slayers. Heavily armored or not, his health is going to start dropping. You'll see, each slayer, his swing is just going to start smacking him. The bonus versus large. Forsaken getting crapped on, the demon spew. Scolder Guard. Scolder Guard's actually going to be the source of some focus fire from a certain stinky king, stinky demon. But the artillery, cutting guys in half. Send it fly. Oh my god. Cazador's out here in the front. Yeah. We're going to eventually start to focus fire each of these Exalted Plague Bearers. I don't want them to utilize their ranged attacks. Because these Marauders, they're not a concern. Scolder Guard's taking care of them. Fregnus is on his way down. Stuck in a melee with a bunch of slayers. Nurglings have come. Bilious Thunderguff, he's back for more action with another army. Get a nice view of the fray. Mr. Thunderguff's coming. As you can see, we're pulling our lines back in a reset. Our Quarrelers are still focus firing. These Chaos spawn. Everyone's getting taken down. Nice toss from our miners there. The Ekrund miners doing their due diligence here. Great toss from the Norgrimlings Ironbreakers. Absolute tons of damage. Our fire is going to change focus. Give it some time. As you can see, they're trying to use their ranged attacks, and it's not going to work. I saw them out there attempting to do that, and I believe they're going to be taking fire. Yep. Our catapults are all going to turn and hit them. And you can see Bilious Thunderguff has just got absolutely destroyed. And down goes Thunderguff. Yep. Look at this carnage. Nurglings are routing. Got a nice melee fray happening over there. I'll go take a peek. Good flank coming in from our halberdiers with our Ekrund miners right behind. we'll slowly but surely cut down these plague bears. There they go. There they go. There's the army losses, however, with close to 15,600 health, I mean, he is going to start doing some damage as well. You can see our coralers starting to spread out. I want them spread out. We're going to hide some of our troops in the forest so they don't become targets. And we're going to change our fire. The Scolder Guard, they took a beating, but I tell you what, they did a nice job. 13,700 damage is pretty good. Each of our coralers, I'm sure, did a fair number of damage. Not that. 12,000, 9,000, 12,000. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Almost 13 there. Only 9 on that one. Only 17 kills as well. These two over here kind of struggled, but everyone else did a good job. He's going to just slowly die. It's going to take a while for Kugath to go. So I will accelerate while we get into fire range. He will land a few more shots, but what can you do? And here he is healing himself still. Look at him. His health was just going up there. Yeah, we're gonna pathfind improperly, not improperly, but we're gonna have a rough time pathfinding around this geyser, and it's gonna lead to some problems. I'll show that shot. Here it goes. Yeah, problematic, to say the least. Luckily, it didn't kill that many, and at the end of the battle, our entity count is still pretty high. Because it's only 80 per unit, right? So 74 is still pretty good. And we are starting to lay into him. And Cazador is indeed a Demon Slayer. Well done, Cazador. Down goes the big stink. Yeah, Kugath hit us with some serious shots on a few of our units, but actually did fairly well, I would say. So we're going to take the Oathgold and money, as per usual. This province does need some growth, but the odds of me actually maintaining the whole province are fairly low at this point. So, Oathgold and money it is. Cazador has done an excellent job.
For the wisdom of Valea.
And we will indeed be finishing this army off. You do receive a plague, though, which isn't hurting me. It's just spreading that nergy boy corruption.
Ready.
We will definitely need to address that, I suppose. Make them harder to hit. I suppose. We do have a lot of high-ranking quarrelers, so Dawi firepower with that increased weapon strength will be useful. It will definitely be useful. Alright, finish off this Filthwood, which is just actually a couple doggos. We'll actually take the drinking to victory one here. Now, Cazador cannot reach that, which is unfortunate.
Beards in belts.
Part of me wants to go to the Sentinels to potentially come back to Gorgoth with Cazador's army, which is, I think, better suited to take on what's left there of Kolek's forces. And we may end up losing Tekton's army. I'm not very confident with him right now.
Good.
Thorgrim's chilling. Thorgrim is chilling. We definitely need to defend this province here. We have our ally pushing south against the Skaven, I would imagine. And right now, this is a very highly contested region. Obviously, killing Kugath makes a big difference here. So new pictures here. Interesting, very nice. Dwarves look kind of interesting now. The Groby Nutter, just nutting Grobies. Not the most flattering of names, but gets the job done. Alright, Needling's going to be fought next turn. He forced march over here, so it'll probably be an auto-resolve, an occupation, and then a quick gifting over to Mr. Gelt. Televeckland, however, is going to be gifted to Reichland when I get the chance. But yeah, things are moving pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and intern here, see what happens. Maybe not immediately, because I do have to make a decision with these two gentlemen. We could put some pressure on Imric to move towards Black Fortress, as it is his only major settlement that remains. Bitter Bay still no military. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Aye, it will better our cause.
Yep, okay.
Raids
Moving in here, we're
inbounds.
gonna raid.
The axe thirsts for war.
Cazador is gonna sit here and actually in ambush stance.
Bearers will.
He'll sit right on the edge of our map here in ambush stance.
Retake the realms. I agree.
Thorgrim is gonna just raid, make us a little extra money, also piss off Imric, hopefully drawing him out. Upgrading these two is just obviously not necessary. There's no chance I'm going to defend Damon's Stump. This little vassal is giving the ogres some life, actually. Kolek has done exactly that. He's given the ogres a little bit of life. Hopefully they'll follow up on this attack order, as Brightstone Mine can use some better defenses. Crookback Mountain's about as good as it's gonna get. Karak-Azul can use better defenses. Chilling over here. Ekrund, I suppose, may as well get ready for an end-time crisis with the Wood Elves that might come. Same thing with Barkvar. Let's have all of the major holds be actual fortresses. Unassigned skill points. Oh, just Cazador. Beg your pardon. Dowie firepower it is. And we are off to the next turn. This was bound to happen. Damon Stump. It's defeated. Very chaff army. It'll be destroyed in due time. Alright, this is a bit problematic as it's in my own... It's behind enemy lines. I'll have to spawn an army very quickly here at Karazakarak next turn. The Bone Clubbers tribe, the rogue army comes to bite me. Should have squashed them a while ago. Hopefully the Golden Order can assist. So let's go take a look at these bastards. Yeah, pretty fucking scary. Not going to be able to defend this province here. Alright, all the Grungni Lords don't matter. Although there's another one. And I do want it. But for now we're going to get this guy Firehand.
Time for a reckoning.
Gonna throw him in here. We need him. We need him. That's all I'll give him for now. Let's see what we got here. I think this could be... I wonder if they count as greenskins. Anything of use besides economic use? Could be yep. Sapper, Shield Breaker. Nope. Slayer Ward. I mean, I don't think I can have any Slayers for him. There's a lot of Slayer Wards. Probably can get rid of some of them. Okay. Well, there's that.
I have the forge fires glowing.
Grimnir. A Grimnir Runesmith can get in there.
Agreed. I've cast the runes.
Disciplined. Yep.
Muster arms. For the wisdom of Valea, it is time.
Yeah, we need to recruit as many units as possible as quickly as we can. So what's the most devastating unit I could probably grab for these guys? They got a lot of black orcs, but they got these big guys here.
One rag.
And the Cygor range is a problem. We need cannons to kill the Cygors, I think. I'll at least get 2 cannon. And I think some brimstone guns will be useful against those trolls. And even the cavalry. They're actually quite good against cavalry. It's going to be a while before I can actually get this army up. We're going to lose quite a bit of territory here. Not even worth building this up. This is rough. It's an unfortunate war declaration. Very frustrating. Trying to react with some composure here, but I'm freaking pissed off. Yeah, look at this. This guy just casually. There's no chaos corruption here, and he gets 2 manticores and a chaos giant. How? There's little to no chaos corruption. Might have been a 5% chance of that happening. Pyrrhic victory. We lose like the entire fucking army. Oh my god. Alright, well, I don't want to decline the attack. I wish I could just... Oh, well, hold on. Yeah, we can, for now. I'm likely going to end it here and kind of think this over, but maybe not at that exact moment. So Imric is still there.
One rug. The runes are cast.
We can't
The throng
attack that
agrees.
settlement, though, can we? We could attack the Black Fortress, which... Is it even worth attacking the Black Fortress right now? I suppose it is. Boy, oh boy, do we have problems. Okay, let's get that done there. Not so sure what could be done here. I mean, that's... It's okay. It's nothing that special. Grothhog, Mog, the mood. Somebody blew it up. Are they injured? It's just zombies, really. I feel like they might run away if I attack them.
I refuse.
Okay, that's... Wasn't he just there in Force March? Or did they... I could be wrong, but I feel like that was not anywhere close to being that substantial of a force. Like 1 second ago. They're in Force March, decent army. My army's beat up. Good press Vlad. I think I'm gonna have to press Vlad. As opposed to going after this guy. And he's all beat up too.
I trust our
He's getting
dealings
short
will
softened
bear
now,
fruit.
and it's just gonna get it for free.
Sigmar's will. It is time.
Alright, we're gonna push.
I do. I am a rune lord, not some smith.
We're coming in.
Onward. No, a beardling's mistake.
It's barely in our favor. He might stay. No, he doesn't, but we might have the movement. Nope. What about him?
Summon me if you dare. Rune lord. For the wisdom of
It's a
Valea.
pain in the balls trying to do this.
Yes.
I don't want to take attrition over the end turn with this army here, which is already weak. I may even have to move them back south so we could deal with this bullshit. Didn't even think of that, really. Kind of acted on an impulse to kill Vlad. And he's going to run away. There's no chance he sticks around here. He's absolutely atrocious. In his army's terrible.
For clan honor. Aye, grudges
Okay.
will be settled.
Okay.
Aye.
Alright, I'm going to move about as far away as I can here. I mean, his movement is very good. He'd be able to attack. But perhaps I can use that to my advantage.
The axe thirsts
Not really.
for war.
He's just stuck here at 50%.
Vengeful rune lord.
It's not worth the sacrifice.
Cast the runes.
Alright, let's just push him away.
Let us begin. Attack.
Push him away. Come further down this way, but jump over. We're going to have to get back to defend my homeland.
Rune Ricky.
The Empire's going to have to wait.
It's as good as done. Yes.
The Empire is going to have to wait. Sadly, wasn't looking to do that. Getting a little annoyed here.
Let
We're
us
going to pick
begin.
up the next episode
For the wisdom of Valea.
right after I take Black Fortress. I think it's just going to have to happen. We're just going to do it now. Imric may be inclined or coaxed to actually attack Cazador, but his army is nothing too special, really. It's really actually kind of shitty.
Summon me if
So
you
I wish I
dare.
could reach him, but I can't.
Onward.
Who should lead the assault?
Aye.
I don't really know who should lead this assault.
Yes.
We'll have
Throne bearers, move.
him here. He's more melee troops, so that buff will be more beneficial for him. And hopefully this is just a simple auto, as I do not want to fight it right now. Okay, more casualties than expected for this army, but we all know it's squishy.
You should not be here.
It's fine.
Anad.
We've occupied another fortress.
thirsts for
I'm
war.
going to not really... I mean, public order's okay, right? But... And money's always nice. Growth's good. I'm gonna get rid of public order for now. I want walls.
To war!
Better walls.
Move in!
Getting themselves recruited. Everyone's
Send me to
chilling.
vengeance!
Boost that income a little bit more. Okay. So now officially on that note of the occupation of Black Fortress and the continuing to press and destroy Imric, that's the goal right now, is to solidify this region. I'm just being surrounded by enemies up here. And then now press from this behind enemy line situation. We'll be able to deal with it. It'll just be a bit of a thorn in our side for a few turns, I think, but we're moving on. We'll kick off with with the battle, and then going on to turn 100 in the next part. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. Peace.